Hello, trading has closed on the 27th of November, 2023. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Thursday, which is September 28th, 2023. Please remember, trade at your own risk. I'm finishing up my personal business, hopefully this week, but it's not finished yet. I didn't have time to watch the market all day today, and I won't have time all day tomorrow. Hopefully by next week, I'll be returning to my normal schedule. Look for the pattern with the early low. This is it. There's an early low, a midday drop, and a late high. Tomorrow's pattern should also have the early low. It's not bullish when this pattern doesn't hit a new high in the final hour, but tomorrow's open is a substitute for today's close. So if we do gap and promptly overtake this high, all that negativity goes away. This is just a reminder of what we said. We hit a target 42.95.29. I believe we hit its equivalent in futures, so it had some validity, but I don't count that. And so we'll add this to the list of failed targets, but if I'm right about gapping up tomorrow, that could print as soon as tomorrow, even though it doesn't have to print that soon. Against the fact that we didn't close near the high, let's make a note that we traded well under all these lows, but closed over all those lows, and that's bullish. So when you have mixed signals like that, the commonest thing is to have a gap. We got an ultimate buy signal in the morning. That's a bit more than the minimum. You don't really have to get more than that, but when you don't get a big payoff, normally you at least go over this high, which we did. We got a sell signal in the afternoon, but that's enough to satisfy it, so there's nothing left outstanding. Now we had the equivalent of a 9.13.9 DeMark sequential buy signal yesterday because we knew it had a print today, and print today it did. We also had the equivalent of bar 13 of a DeMark combo buy signal because every one of the last three bars doesn't have to obey all the rules. The last bar is allowed to end early. That's what the E means. Bar 13 ended early. And this is his combo buy signal with an early end to bar 13, obeying every rule. So we have alignment of his 9.13.9 sequential and his combo buy signals. When these things work, it leads to a powerful rally. I'm not going to claim it works every time. Nothing does. But it takes a long time to set this particular pattern up, and if it works, we could be off to the races on the upside. We also have a volume spike in futures. I've seen higher, but volume spikes. This is the micro contract. They tend to occur at or near market lows. How about our wave count? What happened to that? Well, this was our count. We had green A and B for B, and that doesn't work anymore, but that's not the only way to count it. This could be A, that could be B, and that could be green B. And if that's the right count, A equals C right at the low today. If this works, this is all powerful stuff. We have a volume spike, we have a rejection of the lows, we have DeMark buy signals in alignment. We have a wave count. that says this leg's over. I mean, we can undercut this and kill the whole idea, but if we gap up here, we have all we need for a powerhouse move to the upside, and retail customers have loaded up on puts and they'll be forced to cover. That gap up hasn't happened yet. Maybe it won't. There's no guarantee in this world. But if we do get the gap up and we get follow through, I'm looking for a powerhouse move up. And again, if we can't hold that, the whole idea fails, and it probably fails in grand style. But the sentiment indicators and everything else are lined up. If you want to catch the dagger, this is a reasonable time. It's the pattern with the early low. Let's just summarize things. Thursday's pattern should have the early low regardless of where we open. Today's normally bullish pattern did not hit a high in the final hours, and if that's maintained in tomorrow's early trade, that should lead to lower prices, even if we don't close lower. But if we gap up Thursday, actually should be gap in either direction Thursday, but I prefer up, and promptly clear today's high, that negativity goes away. We have the marked sequential and combo buy signal, as well as wave balance at the low of day, and the close was over multiple prior lows. So if we gap up tomorrow, which futures indicate is plausible, the elements are there for a very strong rally, implying this leg down is over. So we'll see how we open. Again, I can be dead wrong if we open here. But we open up here and don't reverse it immediately, there's every reason to think we have a huge rally coming. This has all the marks of an oversold low. And that's today's call.